Memos. This section covers all related to memos, segmented into locations of all 52 memo items and the content of all memos and notes found in the game. Locations. Since you are ranked on how many of the 52 memo items in the game are found, this subsection is purely for locating each and every one in the general order they appear. Find each memo's full contents in the next subsection. 01 for 52. First letter sits under room 302's front door before Subway World. 02/52. Book scrapped by the back shelf in room 302 before Subway World. 03/52. Red Diary April 8th under room 302's front door after completing Subway World. 04/52. Jasper's memo pad on the driver's seat of the running car in the 5th Northeast Pathway, Forest World. 05/52. Holy Scripture scrap on the floor near the end door inside Wish House, Forest World, required. 06/52. Exploration memo on the floor in the opening 1F cell block, Water Prison World. 07/52. Guard's diary hangs on the wall right of the portal in the small South 1F room, Water Prison World. 08/52. Water wheel room plate message examine the B2 water wheel room sign after grabbing the key, Water Prison World. 09/52. Prison diary on the stand in the initial 4 o'clock 3F cell, with toadstools, Water Prison World. 10/52. 1F surveillance room report on the desk in the 1F inner surveillance room, Water Prison World. 11/52. 2F surveillance room report on the desk in the 2F inner surveillance room, Water Prison World. 12/52. Secret number memo on the wall in the 3F inner surveillance room, Water Prison World. 13/52. Red Diary April 4th slipped under room 302's front door after starting Water Prison World. 14/52. Red Diary July 23rd slipped under room 302's front door after completing Water Prison World. 15/52. Superintendent's memo after Water Prison World, enter room 302's washroom for Henry to turn off the bathtub tap. Now examine the front door peephole for a cutscene with Sunderland and Eileen, where this memo is slipped under your door. One time only and totally missable if you forget to check the peephole here. 16/52. Bartender's memo on the counter of Bar Southfield on B15, Building World. 17/52. Mike's diary on the living room table in room 301, Apartment World. 18/52. Joseph's article on a table in the back room of 301 near the Super's Key, Apartment World. 19/52. Superintendent's diary, umbilical cord, on the nightstand in room 105's bedroom, Apartment World. 20/52. Red Diary May 2nd slipped under room 302's front door after starting Apartment World. 21/52. Red Diary May 14th red paper is found on the living room table in room 301, Apartment World. Must be slipped under 302's exterior door and collected from inside room 302. 22/52. Red Diary May 20th red paper is found in the box near the key rack in room 105, Apartment World. Must be slipped under 302's exterior door and collected from inside room 302. 23/52. Red Diary scrap torn red paper is found in the box near the key rack in room 105, Apartment World. Must be slipped under 302's exterior door and collected from inside room 302. 24/52. Red Diary scrap, cont. Torn red paper is found inside room 102's fridge, Apartment World. Must be slipped under 302's exterior door and collected from inside room 302, required. 25 of 52. Mike's love letter torn red paper is found inside the bloody shirt in the back room of room 203, apartment world. Must be slipped under 302's exterior door and collected from inside room 302. 26 of 52. Red diary, July 13th, slipped under room 302's front door after completing apartment world. 27 of 52. Nurse's memo on a table in the reception, hospital world 1F. 28 of 52. Red diary, July 20th, slipped under room 302's front door after guiding Eileen to the portal in the hospital world's 1F washroom, required, paired with small key. 29 of 52. Red diary, / appears by the living room bookshelf after reading the July 20th red diary, during hospital world. 30 of 52. Red diary, June 11th, appears by the living room bookshelf after reading the July 20th red diary, during hospital world. 31 of 52. Red diary, June 14th, appears by the living room bookshelf after reading the July 20th red diary, during hospital world. 32 to 52. Red diary, July 25th, slipped under room 302's front door after starting Subway World second time. 33 of 52. Kid's letter slipped under room 302's front door after starting Subway World second time, required, paired with toy key. 34 of 52. Red diary, July 17th, slipped under room 302's front door after finding the filthy coin during Subway World second time. 35 of 52. Jasper's burned memo on the ground in front of Wish House's remains, Forest World second time. 36 of 52. Wheelchair doll text, examine the doll in the wheelchair among Wish House's remains, Forest World second time. 37 of 52. Red diary, July 18th, slipped under room 302's front door after starting Forest World second time. 38 to 52. Descent of the Holy Mother, the 21 sacraments on the altar below Wish House's remains, Forest World second time. 39 of 52. Note from the bloody prisoner's shirt found in B1 torture room, Water Prison World second time. Soak in room 302's bathtub to collect memo written on it, required. 40 of 52. Red diary, July 28th, slipped under room 302's front door after starting Water Prison World second time. 41 of 52. Reminisces on the ground in the opening B10 lot, building World second time. 42 of 52. Red diary, July 29th, slipped under room 302's front door after starting building World second time. 43 of 52. Later bartender's memo on the bar in Bar Southfield on B15, building World second time. 44 of 52. Red diary, August 7th, slipped under room 302's front door after completing building World second time. 45 of 52. Superintendent's diary, man with the coat, in front of the door to room 302 of the past at the bottom of the spiral staircase after building World second time. 46 of 52. Old picture book on the living room coffee table in room 302 of the past, required. 47 of 52. Crimson tome on the living room coffee table in room 302 of the past, required. 48 of 52. Red diary, August 2nd, on the bedroom dresser in room 302 of the past, required. 49 of 52. Red diary, August 3rd, on the bedroom desk in room 302 of the past, required. 50 of 52. Red diary, August 4th, on the bedroom desk in room 302 of the past, required. 51 of 52. Red Diary, August 5 on the bedroom floor in room 302 of the past, required. 52 of 52. Joseph's letter on a low box in room 302's laundry room after viewing the cutscene in room 302 of the past. Content. This subsection contains the full content of not only all 52 memo items but every other note found in the game that does not get added to your scrapbook. Although locations are also described here, the listed order of the 52 memo items comes straight from the scrapbook menu, which is much different from the order they appear in-game found in the previous subsection. All notes and content afterward are listed in the order found. Contents. Memos. First letter book scrap Jasper's memo pad Holy Scripture scrap exploration memo guards diary water wheel room plate message prison diary 1F surveillance room report 2F surveillance room report secret number memo superintendent's memo bartender's memo Mike's diary superintendent's diary umbilical cord Mike's love letter nurse's memo kid's letter Jasper's burned memo wheelchair doll text descent of the Holy Mother the 21 sacraments note from the bloody prisoner's shirt reminisces. Later bartender's memo. Superintendent's diary, man with the coat, crimson tome old picture book red diary, April 4th red diary, April 8th red diary, May 2nd red diary, May 14th red diary, May 20th red diary scrap Kant. Red diary, June 11th red diary, June 14th red diary, July 13th red diary, July 17th red diary, July 18th red diary, July 20th red diary, July 23rd red diary, July 25th red diary, July 28th red diary, July 29th red diary, August 2nd red diary, August 3rd red diary, August 4th red diary, August 5th red diary, August 7th red diary, / Joseph's letter Joseph's article. Another red diary April 10th red diary, April 16th red diary, June 17th red diary, July 7th red diary, August 25th. Walter's diary October 1st, October 2nd, October 3rd, October 4th, October 5th, October 6th, October 13th, October 14th, October 15th, October 16th, October 17th, October 18th, October 21st, October 28th. February 10th, March 17th. Tape transcripts skinned mic cassette. Notes the baby and the mother front door note wall message danger Jasper's note wish house main entrance note wish house compound note forest waterfront sign coffin carving cemetery gravestone note about cult suicide note being watched pants note picking nose graffiti prison diary note clothes graffiti in trouble hide note sleeping note the answer peephole wall message Mike's love letter supers room plate supers note Rachel's note 101 bookshelf note 101 portrait 102 portrait 105 portrait 106 portrait 107 portrait 202 portrait 203 portrait 204 portrait 205 portrait 206 portrait 207 portrait 301 portrait 304 portrait Walters Universe Eileen Hospital note downward forest torches pet store article the one truth left wall note right wall note the ritual part 1 Walter's father sketch Walter's Eileen sketch the ritual part 2 Memos. All these are officially classified as memo items in the final ranking screen. There are 52 to collect and improve your ranking. Below they are listed in the order they appear in the scrapbook menu, while their found order is quite different. First letter. Location, at the foot of room 302's front door before Subway World. Mom, why doesn't you wake up? Book scrap. Location, slipped behind the bookshelf in the living room of room 302 before Subway World. Through the ritual of the Holy Assumption, he built a world. It exists in a space separate from the world of our Lord. More accurately, it is within, yet without the Lord's world. Unlike the world of our Lord, it is a world in extreme flux. Unexpected doors or walls, moving floors, odd creatures, a world only he can control. Anyone swallowed up by that world will live there for eternity, undying. They will haunt that realm as a spirit. How can our Lord forgive such an abomination? This part of the book is too damaged to read. It is important to travel lightly in that world. He who carries too heavy a burden will regret it. The book is too damaged to read anymore. Jasper's memo pad. Location: on the driver's seat of Jasper's running car in the 5th pathway from the northeast in Forest World. I'm not sure what that nosy guy meant when he said his home is the orphanage in the middle. The lake is northwest. So the opposite is southeast. The nosy guy said one other thing I don't understand: if you bring the dug-up key, you can't go back. Put it away somewhere before you return there. Holy Scripture scrap. Location: on the red carpet near the end door inside Wish House, Forest World. The second sign in God said, offer the blood of the 10 sinners and the white oil. Be then released from the bonds of the flesh, and gain the power of heaven. From the darkness and void, bring forth gloom, and gird thyself with despair for the giver of wisdom. The third sign in God said, return to the source through sin's temptation. Under the watchful eye of the demon, wander alone in the formless chaos. Only then will the 4 atonements be in alignment. Exploration memo. Location: on the southeast floor in the 1F cell block, Water Prison World. Lucky. I finally escaped from the cell. I decided to take a careful look around this building. The scariest place was the first floor basement. There's a kitchen in the northeast, but next door in the northwest is a death chamber. To get in there, you have to punch in the right numbers. I don't know the numbers, and it was too dark to even see the panel, so I didn't go in. Guard's diary. Location: pinned on the wall to the right of the portal in the passageway room at the south of 1F, Water Prison World. To get to the surveillance rooms in the middle of this complex, you have to use the corpse disposal chutes in the cells. However, on the first and second floors, these cells are locked. That's so the kids wouldn't discover them. So you have to get to the first floor from one of the cells on the 3rd floor. I know how to do it, but it's really a pain. Also, the lights only work on the 3rd floor. Water wheel room plate message. Location: written on the sign by the northwest tip of the water wheel edge wall in the B2 water wheel room, Water Prison World. To turn on the lights in the 3rd floor cells, turn this water wheel. Remember that the water must flow in the direction of the water wheel. Of course, you also have to open the sluice gate on the roof. Prison diary. Location: on the nightstand in the 4 o'clock cell in the 3F cell block, Water Prison World. We had beef stew yesterday. In the cafeteria, I heard there's a death chamber behind the kitchen, and they take meat straight from the dead people and cook it. That really scared me. 1F surveillance room report. Location: on the desk in the 1F surveillance room, Water Prison World. Easy/normal difficulty. This place continues to deteriorate. The doors to a number of cells no longer open. As a result, the kids inside can no longer go outside. But the less they know about that, the better. I can't open the doors, but from this room, I can watch them get more and more emaciated each day. With no food and never showering themselves, they turn into smelly little gray lumps in there. Following the suggestion of an engineer, we've disposed of the corpses by digging a hole below the cells. Since each floor of this building can be rotated independently, we can dispose of the bodies without the others noticing by aligning each cell with a body in it vertically. P.S. Chief, I bet you're just dying to see the interrogation room behind the kitchen. I understand your feelings, but have you noticed? There are 3 rooms with bloody beds. One is on the 1st floor, one is on the 2nd floor, and one is on the 3rd floor. If you line those 3 rooms up, then it's bingo. Hard difficulty. I'm sleepy. 2F surveillance room report. Location: on the desk in the 2F surveillance room, Water Prison World. Easy/normal difficulty. To keep a close eye on the kids, it's important to keep the cells well lit. The lights on the 3rd floor were originally bought as searchlights. As a precaution against a blackout, they were set up to run on a private generator. There's a hydroelectric generator in the basement. To light up the first and second floors, use the corpse disposal chutes. Since each floor of this building can be rotated, you can light up any of the cells by matching up the holes. Repeating this periodically is an effective way to keep the kids fearful and well-behaved. P.S. Chief, if you turn the handle in the middle of this room, you can easily rotate the cells. You can't rotate the first floor, so align the second and third floors with the first floor cell that has the blood-stained bed. By the way, if you use the peephole in this room, it's easy to make sure you're doing it right. Give it a try. Also, please don't forget to open the sluice gate on the roof. Much appreciated, Chief. Hard difficulty. I want to go home. Secret number memo. Location, pinned on the wall in the 3F surveillance room, Water Prison World. The secret number for getting through the door in back of the kitchen this month is 0302. Thanks for your cooperation. Superintendent's memo. Location, slipped under room 302's front door in an optional peephole cutscene after completing Water Prison World and turning off the washroom bathtub, missable. It's stained with blood, and I can't read it. Bartender's memo. Location, on the bar in Bar Southfield on B15, Building World. The boss said that the number this time is the last 4 digits of this store's phone number. But the phone number is written right there on the sign on the roof. Anybody could see it from South Ashfield Street. Is that really okay? Mike's diary. Location, on the living room table of room 301, Apartment World 3F. The last few months, Joseph, the guy next door to me who gave me that rare porn magazine, looks like he's been working super hard. He said if he found another rare one, he'd give it to me, but he hasn't shown his face around much lately. He said he was a journalist and he is always investigating stuff. But I think something strange is going on with him. He's been shut in his apartment and I can hear all these weird noises come from there. July 1st, Mike. Oh my beautiful Rachel, what's with the note on the red paper? I thought you'd written a note back to me. But I guess maybe it was somewhere else. He took it along with my clothes. Those were my best clothes. July 2nd, Mike. Superintendent's diary, umbilical cord. Location, on the nightstand in the bedroom of room 105, Apartment World 1F. The red box seems even stranger today. It's giving off a terrible smell. It's disgusting, but I just can't throw it away. It must have been around 30 years ago. That young couple was living in the apartment, but one day they just suddenly disappeared. Ran off just like thieves in the night. I don't know why. It must have been money troubles, or maybe they got themselves into some kind of danger. The problem came after that. They left their newborn baby when they took off. I even found the umbilical cord. I called the ambulance right away and I heard the baby survived, but I don't know what happened to him. Although a few years later, I often saw a young kid hanging around the apartment. One day he just stopped coming by. But now that I think of it, I'll bet he was that abandoned baby. It's a horrible story. Abandoning a newborn baby. That all happened in room 302. And the umbilical cord I found there. Well, I still can't get myself to throw it away. Mike's love letter. Location, found as torn red paper in the bloody shirt in the back of room 203, Apartment World 2F. Must be slipped under 302's exterior door and read from its interior. Letter is bloody and hard to read. Rachel, love you, always watching, window, protect you, with love, Mike. Nurse's memo. Location, on the desk in the reception, Hospital World 1F. I lost Eileen Galvin's hospital room key. She was a patient brought in with severe injuries. I wonder if I left it in one of the other hospital rooms. I really hope not. Kid's letter. Location, slipped under room 302's front door after starting Subway World second time. Mommy, I'll give you this, so please wake up soon. It's inside my toy train. Jasper's burned memo. Location, on the ground in front of Wish House's burned remains at the center of Forest World second time. Something's here, but nothing's here. I feel something from the well. Something's missing. It has begun. Jasper. Wheelchair doll text. Location, on the human-sized doll sitting in the wheelchair amongst Wish House's burned remains at the center of Forest World second time. Though my body be destroyed, I will not let you pass here. To prepare for the receiver of wisdom, I cut my body into 5 pieces and hid them in the darkness. When my body is once again whole, the path to below will be opened. If you are the receiver of wisdom, you will understand my words. The ritual has begun. Descent of the Holy Mother, the 21 Sacraments. Location, on the altar in the small room under Wish House, after moving the wheelchair doll above, Forest World second time. The descent of the Holy Mother, the 21 Sacraments. The first sign, and God said, at the time of fullness, cleanse the world with my rage. Gather forth the white oil, the black cup, and the blood of the 10 sinners. Prepare for the ritual of the Holy Assumption. The second sign, and God said, offer the blood of the 10 sinners and the white oil. Be then released from the bonds of the flesh, and gain the power of heaven. From the darkness and void, bring forth gloom, and gird thyself with despair for the giver of wisdom. The third sign, and God said, return to the source through sin's temptation. Under the watchful eye of the demon, wander alone in the formless chaos. Only then will the 4 atonements be in alignment. The last sign, and God said, separate from the flesh too, she who is the mother reborn and he who is the receiver of wisdom. If this be done, by the mystery of the 21 Sacraments, the mother shall be reborn and the nation of sin shall be redeemed. Note from the bloody prisoner's shirt. Location, revealed, written in wax on the back of the prisoner's shirt found in the B1 torture room of Water Prison World second time, after it's dipped in the blood in room 302's bathtub. My room is on the 2nd floor and I had to drink something with black things in it. I hid the sword with the triangle handle under my bed. That guy, the fat one, took the basement key. Next time I'll stick this triangle sword into that pig and take the key. Reminisces. Location, on the pavement of the B10 elevator lot, a few feet ahead after entering Building World second time. I want to go back to that time. Things were so good then. The day of my birthday. The cute cat in the pet store. All those balls in the basket. Playing pool was fun too. The door of time was wide open. When I see 4 things, I can't help but remember that time. Later bartender's memo. Location, sitting on the bar in Bar Southfield on B10, Building World second time. The boss said we had to change our phone number 'cause of all the complaints about the weird noises. Now we have to change the store sign on the roof. What a pain. By the way, the number is the last 4 digits of the new phone number. Not too smart if you ask me. Superintendent's diary, man with the coat. Location, on the floor tiles in front of the door marked 302, at the bottom of the spiral staircase after Building World second time. I had that weird dream today. The one with the man with the long hair and coat. He was crying and looking for his mother again. I saw that man with the coat 10 years ago at this apartment. He was going up the stairs, carrying a heavy tool, an old-looking bowl and a bag that was dripping blood. I never saw him again after that. But a few days later, the neighbors complained that they heard strange noises coming from the supposedly empty room 302. So I took a look around room 302 and found signs that someone had been in there, but nothing odd other than that. But that's when it all started. I still hear strange noises coming from the window of room 302. Sunderland. Crimson Tome. Location: on the coffee table in room 302 of the past, after building world second time. Crimson Tome. She who is called the Holy Mother be not Holy One wit. The descent of the Holy Mother is not but the descent of the devil. Those that be called the 21 sacraments be not sacramental one whit. The 21 sacraments be not but the 21 heresies. To give birth to a realm of wickedness within the blessed realm of our Lord be blasphemy and the work of the devil. If thou wouldst stop the descent of the devil, you must bury part of the conjurer's mother's flesh within the conjurer's true body. Thou must also pierce the conjurer's flesh with the 8 spears of void, darkness, gloom, despair, temptation, source, watchfulness, and chaos. Do so, and the conjurer's unholy flesh will become that which once it was, by the grace of our Lord. Old Picture Book. Location: on the coffee table in room 302 of the past, after building world second time. There once was a baby and a mother who were connected by a magical cord. But one day the cord was cut, and the mother went to sleep. The baby was left all alone. But the baby made lots of friends at Wish House, and everyone was very nice to him. The baby was happy. His friends told him how to wake up his mother. So the baby went right away to go and wake her up. But the mother wouldn't wake up. No matter how he tried, she wouldn't wake up. Because the one that he was trying to wake up was actually the devil. The baby had been deceived. Poor baby. The baby cried and cried and cried. When he thought of the mother, he remembered the feeling of being connected to her through the magical cord. Just then, a ray of light came down from the sky. The light was very warm and made the baby feel good. When the baby looked into his hand, he saw that the magical cord was lying there. With the cord clutched in his hand, the baby went happily to sleep. Red Diary, April 4th. Location: slipped under room 302's front door after starting Water Prison World. Lately I've been feeling like my life is in serious danger. I've been through a lot in my life, but I've never felt this kind of pure, animal fear. In case something happens to me, I've decided to write down what I've learned for whoever you are that's living in the apartment now. I've been investigating the mass murder that took place 7 years ago, in which 10 people were killed in 10 days. They were killed in a variety of ways, but the one thing they had in common was that each corpse had the following numbers, in order of their deaths, carved into them: 01121, 02121, 03121, 04121, 05121, 06121, 07121, 08121, 09121, 10,121. The name of their killer. It was carved in as well. His name was Walter Sullivan. April 4th. Red Diary, April 8th. Location: slipped under room 302's front door after completing Subway World. Although the cult itself is gone, I'm sure the spirit of it is still alive. There are too many strange things happening in that town. I'm investigating 2 people. Or maybe I should say just one. I've just about discovered what's going on. April 8th. Red Diary, May 2nd. Location: slipped under room 302's front door after starting Apartment World. I figured out the riddle behind the numbers. 01121 is actually January 21st. In other words, 1 out of 21. So Walter was planning on killing 21 people. But he never finished the job. He was convicted for the murders of Billy and Miriam Locane, the 7th and 8th victims. Afterwards, he committed suicide in his jail cell. The grisly mass murder of 10 people shocked the world and came to be known as the Walter Sullivan case. There are 2 big puzzles here. The first is, what was the motive for the murders? The second is, Why did he kill himself before completing his task? Was he simply insane? May 2nd. Red Diary, May 14th. Location, found as red paper on the living room table in room 301, apartment World 3F. Must be slipped under 302's exterior door and read from its interior. It was 4 years ago that they discovered the body with 12/21 carved into it. Right away I had this terrible feeling and couldn't stop shaking. The victim had been murdered 6 months earlier, but Walter had been dead for 7 years, having committed suicide 3 years before the murder. The police think it's a copycat crime and are calling it the Sullivan case round 2. But something about it bothered me. May 14th. Red Diary, May 20th. Location, found as red paper in the box near the key rack in room 105, apartment World 1F. Must be slipped under 302's exterior door and read from its interior. I picked up the key that Eileen from room 303 must have dropped. I thought I'd return it, but she wasn't home. I guess I'll give it to the super. May 20th. Red Diary scrap. Location, found as torn red paper in the box near the key rack in room 105, apartment World 1F. Must be slipped under 302's exterior door and read from its interior. I lost the key to Eileen Galvin's room. I've got to find it and bring it back. Let me think. The last place I saw it was... It's ripped here and I can't read the rest. Red Diary scrap, can't. Location, found as torn red paper in room 102's fridge, apartment World 1F. Must be slipped under 302's exterior door and read from its interior. Oh yeah, I had a really wicked headache that day and just collapsed on the bed. Maybe if I look near the bed in my room 302's bedroom I'll find it. I get headaches every day now. It's terrible. What am I going to do? May 22nd. Red Diary, June 11th. Location, appears beside the living room bookshelf in room 302 after reading the July 20th Red Diary during or after Hospital World. Walter Sullivan did kill himself. He died in his prison cell of blood loss after he stabbed himself in the neck with his spoon. His body was buried in a cemetery just outside his hometown of Silent Hill in an unmarked grave. After that, his name became famous all over the world and it looked like his string of mass murders was finished at 10 out of 21. But 3 years later, they found a corpse that had 12/21 carved into it. The corpse was from 6 months earlier. In other words, the person was killed 2.5 years after Sullivan committed suicide. The MO was exactly the same as Sullivan's. Except for one thing. All 10 of Sullivan's victims were found with their hearts cut out and their chest wounds sewn together expertly with thread. On the other hand, the 12/21 victims still had their heart. Naturally, the police think it's a copycat and are proceeding on that basis. But they haven't made any progress and recently discovered victim number 13. This corpse also had their heart intact. The police still haven't even identified a suspect. I've got a working hypothesis. Very few people knew the details of the original crimes and would be able to copy Sullivan's MO so precisely. First, I'll head to Silent Hill. To the graveyard near that beautiful little lake. Maybe I'll find the answer there. June 11th. Red Diary, June 14th. Location, appears beside the living room bookshelf in room 302 after reading the July 20th Red Diary during or after Hospital World. The weather that day was very strange. Even though I avoided the earlier storm, there was still a thick fog clinging to everything. Fortunately, that allowed me to avoid being seen and get right to work. The police are still stubbornly acting as if it's just a copycat case. So I figured things probably hadn't been touched here. But I was wrong. I should have come sooner. The cemetery was in such bad condition that it was almost sad. The storm must have raised the sea level. Anyway, that's how it was when I found Walter Sullivan's grave. This diary is pretty damaged around this point and I can't read anymore. I'm still in shock. There was no body in the grave. And on top of that, written on the coffin were the numbers 11/21. June 14th. Red Diary, July 13th. Location, slipped under room 302's front door after completing Apartment World. I don't think I can protect myself. He's truly insane. I can't hold on any longer. His power can't be measured. I was so scared today that I sealed off the back of the storage room. I wonder if Eileen Galvin is okay. She has no idea what's going on. But she's in danger nevertheless. July 13th. Red Diary, July 17th. Location, slipped under room 302's front door after finding the filthy coin during Subway World second time. A few days after Walter killed himself in his cell, several residents witnessed a long-haired man with a coat here. Through his window, Richard Braintree in 207 saw the man moving something heavy and doing something in room 302. Even Sunderland, the superintendent, saw the man with the coat hanging around room 302 and confirmed there were signs of someone having been in there. July 17th. Red Diary, July 18th. Location, slipped under room 302's front door after starting Forest World second time. My theory is that Walter never died at the prison. It may have been someone else who committed suicide. Either that, or the person the police arrested was not the real Walter Sullivan. I'm in no position to investigate what really happened at the prison, but in any case, Walter didn't die at the prison. The man with the coat that showed up here was the real Walter. 7 years ago, he did something in that apartment. I'm certain there's a link between that and the bizarre things that have been happening here. Just a little bit more and I'll have this whole thing figured out. I may even find that the real Walter is somewhere nearby. July 18th. Red Diary, July 20th. Location, slipped under room 302's front door after leading Eileen to the 1F washroom portal and returning during Hospital World. You've seen that world as well. That horrible nightmare. But if you get sucked into it, it's not just a nightmare. Don't get lost in there. If you get pulled in, you'll be killed. But there's still hope. Maybe this small key will guide you. If you've seen the door with the placard set in it, look on the other side of the door. Then keep going down to the deepest part of him and look for the ultimate truth. July 20th. Joseph. Red Diary, July 23rd. Location, slipped under room 302's front door after completing Water Prison World. I've found something that's extremely effective against the ghosts. It saved my life. It was stuck into the huge rock in the woods near the orphanage. It's a sword blade with a handmade, triangle-shaped wooden handle that has some kind of spell written on it. As a weapon, it's heavy and hard to carry. But somehow it seems to change in response to the ghost victim's power. Strike when the sword is energized. If you don't reduce their power, your attacks will be repelled. As far as I know, there are only 5 swords in existence with that kind of power. It's extremely valuable. July 23rd. Red Diary, July 25th. Location, slipped under room 302's front door after starting Subway World second time. I've found 2 mysterious and powerful artifacts that seem to be very effective for evading the ghost victims, the Holy Candle and the Saint Medallion. Not only are they effective against the ghost victims in the other world, they also seem to prevent them from invading my room. Just like the candle near where they're coming in and its holy power is activated. The Saint Medallion seems to repel unholy energy when it's worn, equipped. I'm starting to gain some hope. July 25th. Red Diary, July 28th. Location, slipped under room 302's front door after starting water prison world second time. I'm going to summarize everything that I've learned about Walter Sullivan so far. He was born right here in room 302 of South Ashfield Heights. His parents abandoned him soon afterwards and disappeared somewhere, leaving the baby alone. He was discovered and sent to St. Jerome's Hospital. He was adopted by Wish House, an orphanage in the forest near Silent Hill that's run by the secret Silent Hill religious cult. When he was 6 years old, someone from the cult showed him where he was born. Since then, he started to believe that room 302 itself, in other words, this room was his mother. Every week, he traveled from the orphanage to South Ashfield Heights, a pretty long trip for a kid his age. Sometimes he took the subway, and sometimes the bus. I'm tired. My headache is already killing me. I'll write more tomorrow. July 28th. Red Diary, July 29th. Location, slipped under room 302's front door after starting building world second time. Continuing from yesterday, I'm going to summarize everything that I've learned about Walter Sullivan so far. Naturally, it was a long way for a kid his age to travel, but he made the trip every week by subway or bus. Unfortunately, someone else was living in this apartment and so he couldn't be reunited with his mother, room 302. For years, he continued to come here, almost like he was possessed, just to peek into the apartment. Eventually, the tenants began to complain and treat him badly when they saw him hanging around. Walter began to fear the tenants and see them as obstacles preventing him from seeing his mother. As the years passed and Walter matured, he began to be more and more influenced by the teachings of the cult. Furthermore, his obsession with his mother and his feelings of resentment towards the outer world become even deeper. Walter became preoccupied with one particular tract from the cult's Bible. The Descent of the Holy Mother, the 21 Sacraments. By the 21 Sacraments, the Holy Mother shall appear in the countries of the world and shall bring salvation to the sinful ones. After Walter left Wish House, he moved to Pleasant River, a town neighboring Silent Hill. For a while, he lived the life of a normal student, but he was still filled with bitterness and resentment towards the rest of the world. Several years later, he launched his plan there. The 21 Murders. July 29th. Red Diary, August 2nd. Location, on the bedroom dresser in room 302 of the past. What's with this room? It's covered in blood and rust. This is my room. But what the hell has happened to it? This room. Is it really my room? It's in terrible shape. The air is so heavy. My head hurts. Creepy. It looks like a face. What the hell am I writing? August 2nd, Joseph. Red Diary, August 3rd. Location, on the bedroom desk in room 302 of the past. I can't break down the wall. August 3rd, Joseph. Red Diary, August 4th. Location, on the bedroom desk in room 302 of the past. When the bell rings, Eileen equals mother's body, blood. August 4th, Joseph. Red Diary, August 5th. Location, on the bedroom floor in room 302 of the past. The crimson tome bury part of the conjurer's mother's flesh within the true body of the conjurer. Part of the flesh equals Super's room? August 5th, Joseph. Red Diary, August 7th. Location, slipped under room 302's front door after completing building world second time. Number 1, 10 heart. Number 2, 10. Number 3, 10 hearts. Number 4, 10 hearts Steve Garl. Number 5, 10. Number 6, 10 Heart. Number 7, 10 Hearts Billy Locane. Number 8, 10 Hearts Miriam Locane. Number 9, 10 Hearts. Number 10, 10. Number 11, Assumption Walter Sullivan. Number 12, Void. Number 13, Darkness. Number 14, Gloom. Number 15, Despair Joseph Schreiber. Number 16, Temptation Cynthia Velasquez. Number 17, Source Jasper Gain. Number 18, Watchfulness Andrew DeSalvo. Number 19, Chaos Richard Braintree. Number 20, Mother Eileen Galvin. Number 21, Wisdom Henry Townsend. August 7th. Red Diary, / Location, appears beside the living room bookshelf in room 302 after reading the July 20th Red Diary during or after Hospital World. How long has it been since I left this room? I can't tell if it's been days or hours. But during that time, they've found the body of 1421st. I've been having hallucinations lately. I think I'm losing my mind. No date written. Joseph's letter. Location, on the box below the hole in room 302's laundry room after viewing the cutscene in room 302 of the past. He used this place as the locus for the creation of his world. I'm certain he must have performed the ritual of the Holy Assumption near here. But I'm just not strong enough to stop him anymore. He locked me up in this room and played with me just like a toy. My eyes are starting to go blind. The pain. I can feel my body starting to die. But things are taken care of. Whoever lives here after me. You'll be the 21st, the last of the sacrifices. I leave it up to you. When the bell tolls, the ritual begins. Eileen equals mother's body, blood. Part of the mother's flesh equals the super's room. This is all that I've been able to figure out. I hope this letter gets to you in time. Joseph Schreiber. Joseph's article. Location, on the table in the open side room of room 301, Apartment World 3F. Teaching Despair, Wish House. Wish House, an orphanage on the outskirts of Silent Hill. But behind its false image is a place where children are kidnapped and brainwashed. Wish House is managed by the Silent Hill Smile Support Society, a charity organization sometimes called 4S. It's true that 4S is a well-respected charity that takes in poor children without homes and raises them with hope. But at its heart, it is a heathen organization that teaches its own warped dogma in lieu of good religious values. Mr. Smith, temp, who lives near Wish House, had this to say: "Sometimes at night I can hear their weird prayers and the sounds of children crying. I went there to complain one time, but they ran me right out. Since then, it hasn't changed a bit." In fact, this reporter was refused admission when he attempted to take photographs in the facility. What exactly do the folks at Wish House have to hide? During my investigations, I was able to discover, however, a suspicious-looking round concrete tower which appears to be part of their facilities. Unfortunately, no one was willing to tell us what the tower was used for. But it seems unlikely that it has anything to do with the business of raising orphans. It may in fact be a prison, or a secret place of worship. The cult religion that operates Wish House is known by the locals simply as the Order. It's a religion that is deeply interwoven with Silent Hill's history. But its worshippers' fervent belief that they are among the elite chosen people has a dark and dangerous side. I intend to continue my investigation of Wish House and the cult behind it. I've always believed that telling the whole truth and showing the children the true path is our most important duty. Joseph Schreiber. Another Red Diary. These supplementary entries used to be available at Konami's official Silent Hill 4, The Room website, and were written by Suguru Murakoshi, the director and scenario writer for the fourth game. Thus, you won't find these in the game, but they are canon as far as the game itself goes. Translation by Burning Man. Red Diary, April 10th. It's been a long time, but today I've come back from the wish house site that resided within the woods. That's because I was able to acquire the key to the place through a certain route. With that key, I was able to enter Wish House, which has now been in ruins. On the first floor, there was a big room, where there were furnitures such as desks and chairs scattered about, and a relatively smaller room, where one could have installed an altar. On the second floor, there were several back rooms for the followers and the children to live in. This is where I had discovered a certain book. That wasn't the Holy Script that the order was using, but more likely, it was a book with contents that were disadvantageous to the order. I've since only skimmed through it. So when I'm finished writing my entry, I'm planning to comprehend it. A little kid is shaking his mother's body, crying, "Mama, wake up, Mama," and continuously pleading to her. And when the mother, who had her back turned toward me, slowly turns around. That's when I always wake up. A little kid is shaking his mother's body, crying, "Mama, wake up, Mama," and continuously pleading to her. And when the mother, who had her back turned toward me, slowly turns around. That's when I always wake up. Red Diary, June 17th. Finally, the third ceremony has begun. In a little while. A little while longer. After that. With the final ceremony. Everything will be complete. Mama will wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, 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 wake up. What in the world am I writing? Red Diary, July 7th. With the information from a certain source, I'd barely come to understand the factions and the human relations within the cult. Earlier, there were 3 main sects within that cult. They are called the sect of the Holy Woman, the sect of the Holy Mother, and the sect of Voltiel. The sect of the Holy Woman, a faction centered around Priestess Dahlia Gillespie, believed in the resurrection of the god by impregnating a woman, who has concealed special powers, with the child god within her womb. The sect of the Holy Mother used to show respect to the Mother Stone as a holy entity, but by using their self-operated wish house, they brainwashed the children and raised a conjurer to achieve the goal of resurrecting the god, equals Holy Mother, through this conjurer. The sect of Voltiel, centered around Jimmy Stone, a priest with an alias Red Devil, was a faction that worshipped Voltiel as the one close to God and also an executioner. The sect of Voltiel was also responsible for the intermediation of the sect of the Holy Woman and the sect of the Holy Mother, which were in opposition to each other. Red Diary, August 25th. Ah, why is it that you have not become aware my pain? Eileen, please become aware, Eileen. I've barely tore it down this far, Eileen, even so. You put on your pretty face and you're always hogging the television, aren't you? You're always putting on makeup, aren't you? You're always talking to someone on the phone, aren't you? Eileen, even you can't keep that pretty face forever so. Eileen, become aware. Eileen, become aware. Eileen, turn towards me. Erin, me. Erin. M.M.E.Emi. Walter's Diary. The following notes are found on stones, slabs, trees and signs throughout the forest world and cannot be read by Henry. Instead, Eileen is capable of reading them during the second time trip. Approach each one, examine it and wait for Eileen to read it. Enemies or other characters cannot be nearby. Note that she'll effectively translate them with her own interpretation of what's said normally and she struggles in a few parts. However, if she's physically in a very poor state, she'll read them all in full and directly as they appear to her, complete with bad spelling and grammar. Below are both versions of all entries exactly as she reads them. October 1st. Location, tree stump in the northeast pathway with Jasper's running car, Forest World second time. October 1st. He told me I could write whatever I wanted because nobody will ever see it. I like to write. My teacher taught me how. October 1, he told me to write whatever. Nobody will see it anyhow. I like to write. T-Share told me how. October 2nd. Location, stone near the back of the cemetery by the trees, in the southwest of Forest World second time. October 2nd. I played with Bob. It was fun, but I went too far away and he got angry. October 2, I played with Bob. It was fun. But I went too far and he got really mad. October 3rd. Location, stone near the center of the cemetery by the graves, in the southwest of Forest World second time. October 3rd. I played with Bob again. I went even further this time. The writing fades out after that. October 3, I played with Bob again. I went even further this time. There was a huge rock. It was really cool. He beat me up after it. October 4th. Location, right stone near the gate in the northeast end path of Forest World second time. October 4th. My cheek hurts. I hate him. October 5th. Location, left stone near the gate in the northeast end path of Forest World second time. October 5th. I got hit again. I didn't do anything wrong. I wish he was dead. October 5. I got hit again. I didn't do anything wrong. I wish he was dead. October 6th. Location, tree stump in the northeast end path of Forest World second time. October 6th. Tomorrow is book study in the chapel. If I can't read well, I'll wind up like John. I'm really scared. October 6th. Tomorrow is book study in the chapel. If I can't read good, I'll wind up like John. I am really scarred. October 13th. Location, on a tree in the second last southeast pathway of Forest World second time. October 13th. I finally got outside. John is still stuck in that round cell. I hope I read well tomorrow. October 13. I finally got outside. John is still stuck in the round cell. I hope I can read good tomorrow. October 14th. Location, left stone near the gate in the southeast end pathway of Forest World second time. October 14th. I did a good job reading today. I was so happy. But the 21 sacraments for the descent of the Holy Mother was hard. October 14. I did good reading today. I was so happy. But the 21 sacraments for the descent of the Holy Mother was hard. October 15th. Location, slab near the southwest gate inside Wish House's compound, Forest World second time. October 15th. Bob is gone. Nobody will tell me what happened. I bet. I can't read any more than that. October 15. Bob is gone. Nobody will tell me what happened. I bet he did it, Andrew. October 16th. Location, right stone near the gate in the southeast end pathway of Forest World second time. October 16th. Some important people came today. One of them, duh. It's cut off. I can't read anymore. October 16. Some important people came today. One of them was a lady named Delu. October 17th. Location, on the tree near the portal in the southeast end pathway of Forest World second time. October 17th. The important lady told me my mother was asleep in Ashfield. I have a mother, too. I'm so happy. I want to see my mother. Where is Ashfield, anyway? October 17. The important lady told me mommy was asleep in Ashfield. I got a mommy too. I'm really happy. I want to see her. Where is Ashfield anyhow? October 18th. Location, slab in the mid-south just east of Wish House's remains, Forest World second time. October 18th. I have to stay in the round cell even if I read well tomorrow. If I do it, God will be happy. So I will do it. He comes into the round cell a lot to visit, but it's okay, I guess. October 18. I have to stay in the round cell tomorrow even if I read good. If I do it, God will be happy, so I will do it. He comes into the round cell a lot to visit, but it's okay, I guess. October 21st. Location, posted on the lakefront fence at the end of the Northwest Passage, Forest World second time. October 21st. Sunday is the day I leave the round cell to read the book. I read very well today. If I can do a good job reading the 21 sacraments for the descent of the Holy Mother, I can meet my mother.
The important lady told me that. But tomorrow, I'm going to the round cell again. October 21. I only leave the round cell on Sunday.
Then I go and read the book I read really good today too.
If I can keep reading the 21 sacraments for the descent of the Holy Mother good, I can see Mommy.
That's what the important lady said, but tomorrow I'm going to the round cell again.
October 28th.
Location, gravestone near the portal on the lakefront at the end of the Northwest Passage, Forest World second time.
October 28th.
I have to take a train or something to get to Ashfield.
Everyone says Ashfield is a scary place, but I really want to see my mommy. October 28.
I have to take a train or something to go to Ashfield.
Everybody says Ashfield is a really scary place, but I really want to see my mommy. February 10th.
Location, gravestone at the south of the lakefront at the end of the Northwest Passage, Forest World second time.
February 10th. I went to visit Ashfield again. Again, something, mommy. Some of it's blurred and I can't read past there. February 10. I went to Ashfield again, I couldn't find mommy.
Some mean girls in the train said mean stuff to me and I got scared.
He beat me again too. March 17th.
Location, stone in the mid-north just east of Wish House's remains, Forest World second time.
March 17th. I went to Ashfield again. It was my fourth time. Just like last time, my mother. Something.
The city is scary and the apartment where my mother is has.
I can't read any more than that. March 17th, I went to Ashfield again.
It was my fourth time just like before I didn't see mommy.
The city is scary and the apartment where mommy is has a scary guy in it.
If I can just read the 21 sacraments for the Holy Mother thing I can be with her.
Tape transcripts.
There is only one recorded tape found in the game, which is entirely optional and only provides some backstory of South Ashfield Heights tenants.
Find the full transcript below. Skinned mic cassette. Location, on room 205's coffee table, apartment world 2F.
Can only be played from room 302's living room radio.
Audio only.
Richard, how do you like that, you sick little freak?
You had it coming to you.
These clothes are disgusting.
Get him out of my sight. Woman, I know. It'll be perfect to wrap his body in. Drunk man, hold it.
Hold it, I think I'll keep that one for myself.
Richard, you snooping around again? Get your ass out of here before you really piss me off. Drunk man, hold it. Hold it.
Hold it, asterisk.
Hold it, asterisk, I think I'll keep that one for myself, asterisk. Hold it. I think I'll keep that one for myself, asterisk.
Asterisk unsubtitled, Richard speaks over the drunk man's first subtitled line before he begins to recite the same thing as Richard is still speaking.
Notes.
These are all notes found in the game that show up with the same orange font as regular memos but are not collected by Henry. Some of them are just small tidbits hardly worthwhile, but many offer interesting but brief insight.
The baby and the mother.
Location, on the coffee table in the living room of the bloody and rusty room 302 at the very beginning of the game. There once was a baby and a mother who were connected by a magical cord. But one day the cord was cut, and the mother went to sleep.
The baby was left all alone.
But the baby made lots of friends at Wish House.
And everyone was very nice to him. The baby was happy. It's ripped here and I can't read anymore. Front door note. Location, written in red on the inside of room 302's front door. Don't go out. Walter. Wall message.
Location, low on the wall after moving the cabinet in room 302's living room, after returning from Subway World. The faint hope I had is slowly changing to despair. I've somehow managed to tunnel this far, but no matter what I do, I can't get any farther. The hallway, the windows, the walls. It feels like this room is stuck in another dimension. Eileen never noticed. Danger. Location, on the wall beside the double doors in the second pathway from the northeast, Forest World. Danger. Do not enter. Jasper's note. Location, on the seat inside Jasper's car in the fifth pathway from the northeast, Forest World. It's been a while since I came here to Silent Hill. Maybe I'll meet the devil this time. But whenever I come to a cool place like Silent Hill, I always get real thirsty. Jasper Gain. Wish House main entrance note. Location, written on the sign and entrance double doors to the Wish House compound from the northeast pathway, as well as on the sign near the front door of Wish House, Forest World. Silent Hill Smile Support Society Wish House. Wish House compound note. Location, written on the sign on the left wall at the northeast entrance within the Wish House compound, Forest World. The outside is filled with dangerous things. If someone goes outside without an adult's permission, the master is sad. Forest waterfront sign. Location, the sign standing on the waterfront of Toluca Lake in the northwest end pathway of Forest World. Toluca Lake. Coffin carving. Location, carved into the dug-up coffin in the cemetery in the southwest of Forest World. 11,121. Actually says November 21st. Cemetery gravestone. Location, carved into a gravestone in the cemetery in the southwest of Forest World. Best wishes for Wish House. Note about cult. Location, on the floor by the leaning bookshelf inside Wish House, Forest World. Have you found Alessa yet? How is Walter's progress coming along? Send me a report. Suicide note. Location, on the bed below a noose hanging from above, in the 10 o'clock cell in the 1F cell block, Water Prison World. I'm sick of being watched. Being watched. Location, written in red on the left wall in the 2 o'clock cell in the 1F cell block, Water Prison World. I'm being watched from the middle room. Pants note. Location, pinned on the left wall in the 5 o'clock cell in the 2F cell block, Water Prison World. I peed in my pants. I gotta wash them so nobody finds out. Oh, I just saw a shadow. I think someone saw me. Picking nose graffiti. Location, written in black on the left wall in the 1 o'clock cell in the 2F cell block, Water Prison World. Picking my nose a lot. Prison diary note. Location, on the nightstand in the 11 o'clock cell in the 2F cell block, Water Prison World. I've been watching the surveillance room's peephole the whole time, and sometimes he's there. I can tell 'cause I see a shadow move or hear his footsteps. Clothes graffiti. Location, written on the left wall in the 5 o'clock cell in the 3F cell block, Water Prison World. I got no clothes on. In trouble. Location, on the bed in the 4 o'clock cell in the 3F cell block, Water Prison World. I'm in trouble. I stood in front of the surveillance room and yelled as loud as I could, but nobody came out. Hide note. Location, written in red on the left wall in the 1 o'clock cell in the 3F cell block, Water Prison World. I wanna hide. But I can't hide. Sleeping note. Location, on the nightstand beside the bed with clothes on it in the 11 o'clock cell in the 3F cell block, Water Prison World. Now it will look like I'm sleeping. Ha!
Were those footsteps? I wonder if they saw me. The answer.
Location, written in black on the left wall in the 7 o'clock cell in the 3F cell block, Water Prison World. I'm a boy genius, and I figured out the answer to the surveillance room puzzle.
It's light in water. Peephole wall message.
Location, on the outer hallway wall through room 302's front door peephole during building world.
Better check on your neighbor soon. Mike's love letter.
Location, inside the 1F lobby locker for room 106, after using the locker key number 106, apartment world.
I love you, Rachel, Mike.
Super's room plate. Location, on the wall beside the door to room 105, apartment world 1F.
Superintendent's room. Super's note.
Location, in a living room box near where a red paper and torn red paper are found inside room 105, apartment world 1F. Found by Nurse Rachel.
Return it to room 302. Together with the part. Her boyfriend, Mike, tore off. Rachel's note.
Location, on the stand beside the telephone in the bedroom of room 106, apartment world 1F.
My darling's number. A phone number is listed. 101 bookshelf note.
Location, written on the back cover of a magazine on the shelf in the back room of 101, apartment world 1F.
My eyes and skin are so itchy.
That stupid cat next door made my allergy go crazy. I was so pissed off, I took my converted model gun and blasted away at the thing.
At point blank range. It was way cool. The thing just dropped like a stone.
By the way, that revolver that Richard in 207 carries, it's the real thing.
That guy's dangerous. 101 portrait.
Location, one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F.
It's a painting of a man with a gun. 101.
A gun maniac, he's always coughing from his cat allergy.
102 portrait.
Location, one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F.
It's a painting of a woman holding a cat. 102.
She loves cats too much and missed her chance to get married. I kind of felt sorry for her while she was mourning for one of her dead cats.
105 portrait.
Location, one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F.
This must be the superintendent. 105.
Sunderland, the superintendent. The super mistakenly thought that Mike was Rachel's lover.
106 portrait.
Location, one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F.
It's a painting of a nurse. 106. My beautiful darling.
Lately she's been bothered by a stalker.
107 portrait.
Location, one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F.
It's a painting of a young man. 107.
He listens to great music. But I feel sorry for him, having to live under Braintree.
202 portrait.
Location, one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F.
It's a painting of a man holding a brush. 202.
Self-portrait.
203 portrait.
Location, one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F.
It's a painting of a man drinking alcohol. 203.
He's so noisy. I wish he would stop all that drinking and fighting.
204 portrait.
Location, one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F.
It's a painting of a plump woman. 204. She's always eating something.
But I wish my girlfriend liked to cook like her.
205 portrait. Location: one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F.
It must be the guy who plays video games.
205.
He's always shut in his room. It looks like he has lots of weird interests. I heard he tape recorded Mike getting beaten up by Richard.
206 portrait. Location: one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F. It's a painting of two adults and a lot of children. 206. How can they even sleep with so many noisy kids?
Besides that, they have to live next to Braintree.
207 portrait. Location: one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F. This must be Richard Braintree. 207. Braintree, that prick. He's always yelling at kids. Especially that weird one that hangs around.
But he took Mike into his apartment and peeled his skin off, so he's my hero.
301 portrait. Location: one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F. It's a painting of a man holding a porno magazine. 301.
That perverted stalker. He got what he deserved.
304 portrait. Location: one of the portraits inside room 202, apartment world 2F. It's a painting of an old couple. 304. A nice, sweet old couple.
Walter's Universe. Location: written on the wall in room 302's laundry room after using the succubus talisman post-apartment world. After he did the ritual of the Holy Assumption, other worlds began to force their way into his universe and it began to swell horribly. But his universe is different than ours, it has limits. And in the limits of that universe, he rules as a king. And in the deepest part of his kingdom is his mother. Eileen Hospital note. Location: on the small notice board in the reception, Hospital World 1F. Isle: Galvin. E. N. Galvin. Eileen Galvin Eileen, Galvin. Isle: N. Gal. Een, Lvin. E. N. Galvin Eileen Ga. In. Eileen Gal. N. Eileen, Vin. Downward. Location: written beside the door at the end of the long descending staircase accessed from the elevator shaft, Hospital World. Ever downward. Forest torches. Location: written on all the fixed torches in Forest World second time. Holy Flame. Pet store article. Location: on the ground just outside the northwest entrance door to the pet shop on B7, Building World second time. According to the Ashfield Police, on at approximately 8:30 in the evening, witnesses near the pet store, Garland's, reported the sound of multiple gunshots, possibly from an automatic weapon. By the time the police arrived, the perpetrator had already fled and the shop owner, Steve Garland, was found dead with a probable submachine gunshot wound to the head. All of the store's animals were brutally slaughtered and the store left in extreme disarray. In addition, inside sources say that Garland's heart had been removed. And on his back 5 number were carved. Note: 5 number is a typo, should read 5 numbers. The One Truth. Location: carved into the locked door during the fight with the One Truth, the group of giant wallmen after Building World second time. To reach the deepest part, you must defeat the One Truth. Do so and this door will open. Left wall note. Location: written in red on the left side of the back hallway inside room 302 of the past.
The gate to hell. Right wall note.
Location, written in red on the right side of the back hallway inside room 302 of the past. Why must I destroy this wall?
The ritual part 1.
Location, 7 notes are spread around on the fences in room 201 before picking up the umbilical cord during outside room 302.
Each line is 1 note around the room. It's starting. Soon. Anytime now. Very soon now. Soon it will begin. Soon, soon. The ritual. The ritual.
Walter's father sketch. Location, on the floor in the center of the 1F lobby, outside room 302.
Walter's father.
Walter's Eileen sketch. Location, on the floor in the hall just outside room 105 after taking the umbilical cord, outside room 302.
This woman. Is this Eileen? The ritual part 2.
Location, 7 different notes were spread around on the fences in room 201 after picking up the umbilical cord during outside room 302.
Each line is 1 note around the room. The show is about to begin. It has begun. It has begun. It has commenced. It's here. It's finally begun. The time has finally come.
By Andrew Haffenden aka Conqueror, Silent Hill 4, The Room FAQ/walkthrough.
Silent Hill Memories unofficial fan site not affiliated with Konami. Home about, contact. Copyright Silent Hill is a registered trademark of Konami Digital Entertainment.